Alright, hello, and thank you all for joining us again for another session of our multiplayer playthrough of Tales of Berseria here at Sound Goblin Gaming. It has been a little time here. We've done some cosmetic adjustment, as you can see. Vince determined he needed to make sure he could always see where Velvet was on the battlefield at all times by virtue of the biggest hat. I am, as always, Bograt.
I'm Shiv.
I'm the Krampus.
And oddly enough, I don't have the stupidest costume this time.
Nope.
What are you talking about?
Nope, not even remotely. We were making our way through caves for reasons. If I remember correctly, we were still trying to figure out kind of where the fuck we were and like get to the city here.
We also fought the Master Swordsman. Or the Master Sword Maker, I should say. And then we fought the guy that
Rokuro's
has been chasing down, who happened to be his brother,
Yeah.
We got out of the Earth Ball.
And Sword Guy ripped his own head off and made a
pair of swords for Rokuro out of it. We're basically now on our way to go confront Rokuro's brother again with the new swords now.
Yep.
And make our way basically to the port town here. That should, in theory, allow us to get the fuck out of here. There's almost certainly that star over there.
Yep.
May want to hit that shop first.
Almost certainly. Keepscape. Alright, so black account. It's new. Everyone.
Is
By the better one. It's codes, yeah.
brother Klaus.
Base. Masters of that sort of one.
Yeah, we need more calcite.
I mean, we do need more calcite in general. Not a bad idea to...
Especially
They're reasonably cheap. We have all the money in the fucking world.
especially that one since it has no sub.
Yes, which will...
We'll check. I don't think I saw any other than that.
No, that was the only one about anyway. Oh, and else.
We have some
Junk.
stuff.
Yeah. 3 Neptune's navies, which are 6,500 each.
And we're not in the black.
Very briefly, our gold total dipped below 6 digits. Unacceptable. Be able to just all of the daggers, and the bricks.
Yeah.
Literally for a while with no new daggers to put him on. He had already mastered it. No, we're wasting all this balmy fluid.
We're so low on it.
Paper, that is. What do we do?
That one had all the fucking HP up in the world on it. Extra HP.
that's true. It does have no.
So, for us. Now, normally, this is the kind of thing we would do in stream. Have to sit here and watch this menu for an hour. We're bad at this streaming thing.
Well, in fairness, we stopped before a shop, and I didn't realize through this door is a shop. Apparently,
No, I know that. I'm just saying, like, in general, we've also literally, like, other than the one time I did it, we have never done this stuff off stream.
I generally do it at the end of streams if we're actually at a shop, but
Yeah.
we weren't. So,
Yeah, the one time where I did, like, 8 million expeditions between streams, I also went in and cleared out a bunch of shit we had and did some equipment upgrading and whatnot. Which is what we'll be doing after we clear up all this stuff, is we may as well go and enhance everything currently equipped and everything that we're going to equip shortly if it's an improvement, up to the highest we can, I think is still +3. I don't think we've gotten to the next step yet.
yes, it's still +3. And notably, having gear of +10 now gives us a bonus. So
Yes, cumulative +10 across.
Would have also been nice of them to get some ability, like quickly tick 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 tick, and then
yeah.
Yeah.
sell all.
I mean, in fairness, I'm pretty sure the game expects you to do this more often than we have been.
Yeah.
Don't end up having to go through like 100 fucking items.
Since we're streaming, we generally don't do this. So
Yeah.
Talking about this is the most exciting gameplay there is.
strangely enough, it gives us more to talk about than usual.
Yeah, I will say from now on, from now on, if we are between, like, if we are at a like city, I will come in, clear out and up.
Those, yeah,
Nope,
you two are wearing
just got
those. They're all so screw them. This is actually the party.
Same thing with goats. Yeah, that is one of the things here is I kind of feel like, and like, I mean, sort of fact check me on this if I'm out of bounds here, but I feel like we've gotten our full party complement a lot quicker than we usually do in Tales, actually.
No, I think you're right on that.
It's at least partially because there's slightly fewer party members total than there have been for the past few games. Usually it's about 8. We have 6 here. But like, I feel like we got up to our final party real quick, especially because we basically got Magilu and Eleanor both within like 20 minutes of each other.
And they were pretty close to each other. You basically get Magalu as soon as you get to the Earth Pulse, and then
You get one dungeon and then you have
then you get
Eleanor.
You get the last two really close, but I don't think it's really that. I mean, Berseria, the last character you get is Judith. You get her at the end of basically like Act 1, and that's kind of what we got Eleanor at.
Fair enough.
Been so long since I played Symphonia, I can't remember.
Oh, Symphonia, you don't get
You won't get Kickman till like super late.
Yeah, Symphonia, you don't get Regal until like fucking 2/3 of the way through the game, which is also why very few people ever actually use the game because he's a character.
Get the whole. Pretty sure you get the whole complement of Abyss without too much weight.
Yeah, it's fairly quick from what I remember.
I mean, it's a bad comparison because, let's be totally honest here, not exactly a great game. But Graces, I remember we didn't get our last party member.
Grace's was... Grace's combat system was actually good.
The combat system was okay. The story was probably one of the worst stories.
Abyss was worse.
Well, yes. Abyss is always worse. Abyss is probably the worst story of a Mothership Tales game.
Unfortunate, because Abyss actually had really good gameplay. The Field of Phonons mechanic was good, and the world was fine. Just the story
was incredibly stupid. And had the single most telegraphed villain in the history of the series.
They tend to do a thing where they shot the villain very early, but like...
Not that early. Not like literally the first NPC you talk to.
The first appearance of Van der Stelka Mustafende was clearly like, this guy's the final boss.
Yeah.
Like, yes, when we were doing Zestiria, very brief, that incredibly... Like, we saw the Lord of Calamity, like, maybe an hour or so in, but he wasn't, like, literally the first NPC you talked to.
And he wasn't ever here's a normal NPC you're just talking to who's, like,
it was a dude surrounded
like,
by, like, fucking purple fire with a goddamn lion head.
This guy is obviously a bad guy, not... This guy is your, like, mentor who's clearly going to turn and be, like, the bad guy of the game. And they're not even really trying to hide it. I mean, they kind of did the same thing with this one. It's pretty obvious that,
Well, yes, except also they didn't really try to hide that either. That was like an hour in. They were like, by the way, Artorias is a colossal dick bag.
That is kind of different to this one. Like, Artorias is, once you get through the tutorial area, it's basically, Artorias is it's a piece of shit.
You spend half an hour being like, oh, Artorias, was, engaged to our sister, and like when she died, he's like, taken care of us since then. Like, this seems like a good guy. And then it's like, oh, wait. Like, pretty much fucking immediately.
Then it's like, oh, no, he just sacrificed her brother.
Yeah. Whereas, like, in Abyss, they at least try to pretend for a while.
They do keep Van as being a, like, good guy for a decent chunk of the game. So it's like, oh, no, he was actually the villain all along.
No matter how obvious it was that he was the villain all along.
It's just a case of this character is way too built up to be just a mentor. It's going to be forgotten about halfway through the game.
That being said, I have not made it... Okay, I was going to say I haven't made it super far, but I'm like 2.5 acts of Arise.
Huh?
Either I haven't met the final boss of Arise yet, or they are way more subtle about who the final boss of Arise is.
It depends on the Tales games, because some Tales games are like a kind of out of left field, nowhere final boss, and some are like, this guy's been around for a while.
Yeah, Symphonia was actually really good about that. Symphonia actually had a story that slowly built to the end. Like, when you kind of slowly start seeing pieces come together as you go. I was like, oh, shit going on. Like, there's another world, and like the mana is kind of flowing back and forth, and like, oh, this was all like arranged by like a goddess, and then you slowly start being like, okay, now there's some weird shit going on, and like, who's this over here, and like you don't really get any of this like direct clues as to like what's really going on until basically the last act of that game.
Until you're in the last act, and in like the final area, was like was it Mithra or Mithros?
Mithros,
like the final boss, but it's like, that's not a character who's really showing up and doing things most of that game. It's
no, you've seen the name once or twice prior to that in like little, like if you read some of the books or whatever, like, oh, like this was like, chosen of the goddess. And then as opposed to, let's see, Graces, where it is completely telegraphed in the prologue pretty much immediately. Like, hey, guess what? Richard's the bad guy.
Well, and then they have
And then they have F.
And then they have F. Where Richard is the bad guy, but he's been mind controlled by a moon queen.
Yes.
And
no,
the
mind control is the original.
Yeah, he was...
Richard was the villain of the basically
the original
the main game.
Yes, because he was mind controlled.
Because he was mind controlled. But you don't
Yes.
actually deal with like the Moon Queen in the base
until you
game.
get
You don't deal with the Moon Queen. You do deal with the fact that he was mind controlled.
Yes.
It's bluntly obvious that he was mind controlled like 2 acts in.
Well, yes, but like the whole point we're making is that, like,
But it's
in
not obvious.
Graces, you just deal with Richard.
Yeah.
You deal from Richard from the point where he's mind controlled. For a good portion of the game, you don't actually know who the villain is.
Yeah.
And don't know.
No, Richard's not a villain before that at all.
I mean, I don't even think it's halfway through before Richard does.
Oh,
his-
it's not.
his
It's not even
face
halfway
turn.
through, but it's well past the prologue.
I mean,
It's well
it's-
past the child's arc.
Well, no, but that's what I'm saying. It's in the child arc when you literally are down in the caves and you pass out at the fucking evil altar with Richard.
No, that's not when he becomes mind controlled.
The fuck does he become mind control? Because my assumption was always that it was at the evil fucking altar of the Moon Queen.
Yeah, no, but he still acts like himself all the way through until a certain point, like in
Well, yes,
Act 1
he
or
still
so.
acts like himself.
And at that point, he becomes super douchebag.
Yeah, but like,
Basically, whatever happened to him doesn't take over until way later.
no, but it's pretty clear, like, oh, we passed out in front of this, like, evil altar of a forgotten god. I'm sure there will be no consequences for
I can foresee no repercussions.
Like, I'm sure they just put this scene in the game for no reason, just fill in.
We just needed a way to end the child arc. With Vesperia, the final boss is Duke, but he doesn't really act like a guy who's a final boss. Like, he
Pretty much
shows
at
up,
all.
but he
Ever.
doesn't really act like he's the final boss.
You definitely know you're going to fight him at some point
Oh.
when he shows up. Like, he shows up and you're like, you're going to be a boss at some
Like-
point. But it is not clear that he's the
No,
final
it's
boss.
not like, oh, I'm probably going to have to fight you at some point. It may be like, oh, he's testing me or something. Not like he is literally the final boss of the game.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't really have the whole, like, final boss of the game aspirations or anything like that show up until you're in the final.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vesperia also does a really good job of doing, like, you think you beat the game, and then it basically flips on its head, and you have a whole, like, half the game left.
Yep.
Because you don't do anything with the Entelecheas until you actually get through, like, what you would think would be, like, oh, we beat, like, who was the big boss? And it's like, oh, yeah, no, you dealt with, like, this spirit issue, but there's a whole new issue because you took care of that.
Yeah.
Took care of that.
Destiny actually also does a really good out on that one. Yes, we got the title for.
Canceling stuff.
Right, because
Yeah.
enchanters.
Versus okay, yeah. Versus armored.
Eventually just an attack boost.
All right.
Yeah, Destiny does another really good fake out because the whole, like, first, they probably half to two of the game have this one, like, plot thread running through that you've basically been constantly told, like, hey, this is basically what's fucking destroying the planet, and you have your super special magic talking swords that are telling you, like, hey, yeah, all the way from, like, ancient times, this whole thing was a problem, and, like, there's a dude over here doing this shit again. And you go through and you have this really impressively over-the-top boss battle with him and, like, beat him. And then it's like, it actually even sends you back to, like, the starter village after that and has you play through what feels like pretty much a kind of an epilogue-style thing. And then it pulls the rug out under you and it's like, oh yeah, by the way, he was totally doing it at somebody else's command. Like, he was working for somebody. Get fucked.
Yeah.
Like, I spent a full-on, probably, like, half an hour of Destiny at that point, just being like, oh, cool. I'm like, epilogue, I get to see, like, how things turned out for everyone, and then it was like,
Oh, fuck.
oh, why? Oh, shit, why is that city on fire? Like,
Not the epilogue?
hi, Eleanor!
There they are.
Which must mean they took out every one of the exorcists who went after them.
Hey, I told them not to bother. Now how did that sword of yours turn out?
Well, I mastered it, so I'm not using it anymore.
Oh, did we already master the
Yeah.
Kuragane daggers?
Yeah, that's why I put them on the
That was-
fluoride ones.
That was fucking quick. Got those like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, but
We can handle the exorcists. Go and find
Huh?
your victory.
I don't think you equipped the better ones.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, the Kuragane daggers were the ones we got from the Master Swordsmith.
Right. Those aren't the ones he upgraded.
Let's get
No.
down
No,
to
because they were
Because he
mastered.
mastered them. That's what he's saying.
You better not die too quickly on me.
Okay,
I
nope.
want this to be fun.
I'm in control of
Come on,
Rokuro.
Don't hold back.
Well, I'm the right character.
Don't play games with me.
Okay, I'm Isaac.
Yeah. Well, if I'm Rokuro and Naki is Eleanor, my process of elimination.
Ooh, those are some fine-looking swords you got there. Take a good look, because they're going to cut you down. Yeah, that's right. Get into it. Keep it up. I love it.
Oh, he has Mystic Art.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
It'll be the same every time.
Hi, Velvet.
Yep. Oh.
Please stop trying to kill me. Ow.
Well, I tried.
I was trying to get heals off, but
Oh, fuck.
But I'm not done yet. You put up a good fight, I'll give you that. But you're a frickin' demon. Shouldn't you bring more to the table than pretty damn good Rangetsu style? You don't have what it takes to win against the rightful heir. Don't count me out. Just yet. I've got something to show you!
Ow.
Take this!
He doesn't need that hand.
not his guitar.
Now that was clever. Giving up one of your own hands to go for my neck. If I was just a second slower, I'd be dead now. I like it. This is what I've been looking for. All right, let's call it good here. Listen up. If y'all want any hope of beating me, Come find me once you're more skilled and better armed.
I'll cut you down. No matter how many times I lose. No matter how many years it takes.
Give up my helmet for those swords, you asshole.
That's the face I'm looking for. So vicious, it's perfect.
What is wrong with him?
Shouldn't you be
What's funny?
worrying more about your own skin? The entire Abbey knows by now that you're a traitor.
That guy, he was really strong.
Yeah, he was. They all are.
But we will beat him if we must. No matter what it takes.
The Von Eltius here.
Let's get going.
Please, take me with you. I'll make a sword that surpasses Stormhowl yet. I know I will. But for another blade to beat Stormhowl, its wielder must be a swordsman of unmatched skill.
Hey, Eisen. Got any room on this pile of wood scrap for a suit of armor?
If not, make someone wear it.
Works for me.
All right, Lizard Man, get in the suit of armor.
Many thanks.
Okay, we're off to find Grimoire and decipher the book. You know where we're going, right, kiddo? Yeah. We're headed for the Isolde Archipelago in Southgand.
Voidmire, triple tremor. Ooh,
Coming
new
to
glade sight. Play a trigger.
Paralysis.
Yep.
Okay. First go.
Looks weird.
Velvet's demon hand. It's such a mysterious weapon. I can only imagine how much of a threat it will become to the Abbey. This calls for a clear-headed breakdown of everything I know about it so far.
Put in my thinking
It
penguin.
changes shape in a flash, and can devour most anything. How must that feel, to devour something with your hand like that? But it doesn't devour the bandages that cover it up. Maybe they're protected with some sort of special art? Likewise, the rest of her outfit can't be ignored. One would think she wouldn't want to wear such ragged clothing, yet she clearly has no inclination of buying something new. I suppose that could be taken to mean she has some sort of attachment to it. But that top is really big for her. Like it was made for a man. Maybe she wears that outfit in memory of someone important to her. I'd better not touch it then. I know I may not look it, but I really am good at sewing. Maybe I should suggest mending her clothes rather than outright replacing them. On the other hand, that fabric looks like it would be hard to push a needle through. I could be in over my head. But the tougher the fight, the more I get fired up. Of course, Lord Artorias would probably scold me if he heard me talking like that.
Who'd scold you for what now?
Oh, well, I was thinking about sewing. I mean, your clothes, they're all beat up, and I thought that if I offered to mend them for you, you'd probably scold me. Wouldn't you?
You'd mend my clothes? Have they been worrying you that much?
I mean, not like constantly or anything. It just crosses my mind from time to time.
Are you good at it?
Yes. I'm told I come across as awkward sometimes, but if nothing else, I'm good with my hands.
I see. All right, if I ever need it done, I'll come to you.
Good, just leave it to me.
Are you feeling all right? You're really sweating. The heat and the cold doesn't bother me at all, but you're a human, so you need to take care of yourself. And if you keep soaking in your own sweat, you'll catch a cold. Besides, I don't imagine it feels that great. You should keep washing and bathing on your own schedule, like however you did before falling in with us. Just let me know and I'll make it work. Because the guys aren't considerate enough to stop and ask you if you need to.
Sure. All right. Thanks. That was a surprisingly normal thing for her to say. I probably shouldn't bother with her clothes for now. We girls have to be considerate of each other.
It's been a weird conversation.
Paparoka.
Yep. Some consistency. I tend to be switching to them a bunch anyways.
Aqua Split is her actually good attack spell.
Flood Moon's actually really good.
Yeah. Blood Moon is the good, like, close-up one.
I have no idea about Flood Walk. We just got Flood Walk.
Yeah, but Aqua Split, actual, like, attack, cast, and fires across.
Let's see.
There have been intermittent internet issues in our area for the past, like, 4 days. Die on connection to me. Suddenly.
And nothing so.
Spare Riot, actually. Something like that. Okay. Yes.
Take a look at
Stuff.
scout ship setting sail.
And find that treasure chest.
Wagon.
So, you guys made it. Whatever happened to that sword breaker?
He's been dealt with.
What are you doing here?
After everything you said to me, I had a change of heart. I quit banditry. Thank you.
I'm glad you listened to reason. What do you plan on doing from here on out?
Piracy.
I'm heading to the capital. I plan on opening a restaurant for bandit cuisine.
It's different than banditry.
Cuisine?
Yeah. You get your hands on all sorts of food.
As far as I can tell, most of what pirates do is go out and collect items.
And still make a tasty meal.
Accurate.
Like a wild mushroom omelet minus the eggs.
They're really just
Or
merchants.
highwayman stew. It's like a hunter's stew, but, you know, made by bandits.
That sounds somewhat improper, actually. But I'd still love to visit after you open.
Really? All right. I'll be an upright citizen in no time. Maybe even the kind of man you'd consider spending some time with.
I'm rooting for you.
Hey, were you actually listening to him?
Of course I was. It's wonderful he's turned over a new leaf.
Hey, you there. That's one impressive sword you got.
You know a lot about swords?
I'm a novice swordsmith. Been at it for 20 years. Now, I'm finally able to make a blade worthy of the name.
20 years? And still just a novice?
It's a competitive world out there for a swordsmith.
Love how we got into a fight with an exorcist in the middle of town and no one gives a fuck.
Swordsmiths have given up. There's less ore around
used to it.
nowadays, and swords don't work against the demons.
True, swords are useless against demons. Unless it's an exorcist that's using them. Kadnik's weaponry has always been prized in Midgant. The Abbey
Exorcist,
recognized our
demon,
talents, and now,
whatever Velvet qualifies
this is
as.
booming. All the smiths here are grateful to the Abbey.
Technically a
Keeping
Therian.
all of us alive
It's
and
a
fed.
type of demon.
Demon, yeah.
It's in the same way that Rokuro is a yaksha, a type of demon.
Therein is just a demon that eats demons.
Okay,
and,
so
and probably has some other fun special stuff going on too. But.
Cat's over there on it. Mini game time, motherfuckers. Keep going. There you go. Literally sweep past him like 4 times. Got bright colored fucking balloons off of his back, sitting on the corner of the pier.
There you go.
Oh, there.
I'm pretty sure it's just the same.
John Balloon
Yeah.
too.
You have 2 new characters now that we can get a bunch of Tails coin.
I don't think the characters mattered for this.
Here I come.
Out of my way! Come on, really?
That's the same John Balloon it's always been.
Yep.
You, however, have a bunch more stuff now to make us be able to do the hide stuff in Slash Beat.
Yes.
You actually have like Mystic Arts and stuff now. If you end off with a Mystic Art, even if the timer runs out, it will still complete the Mystic Art.
Come on, really?
I should have done a Mr. Art at the end there.
Yep.
Oh.
Here I come.
Come on, really?
Alright, I'm done now.
Yeah, we can pretty consistently get
Ooh.
get B pluses. I managed to get 1 B plus before.
Yep. I'm pretty sure the item shop is still basically the same.
Yes, this does not actually change. You have access to that's for characters who have them.
Yep. Okay. Hell are you?
That's the bounty dude.
Ah, okay.
next one. Oh.
Yep.
This is actually kind of cool because you can come in here if you're near enough to where the next one is. They will usually have information about upcoming ones, and it'll also show you what the actual Ventite on off of them.
Eisen, I thought you were supposed to be in Midgand. How did you end up here in Islegand? I thought I'd gotten used to you performing the impossible, but this time, I'm at a loss for words. We heard from the Bloodwings that the Abbey might have taken you guys out.
Not this time, but our luck won't last forever.
Yeah.
Think of this as a dry
Managed
run
to teleport
really
halfway across the world by
aye,
using the weird old life stream of the world, and we didn't even go blind for doing it. Fucking
If she
take
does
that.
anything funny, I'll handle it.
Got it. We'll be on
Not
our
really
guard
blind
too.
over this. Selective blindness.
Absolutely blind. Kind of blind that makes it so that you can still, for some reason, see rubbings somebody makes.
Blind and can only see Aether, except these stone rubbings I did with like paper. And reads books. Lots of books.
Yeah, so near as I can tell, this game does not actually have like travel on a world map, which is more common of the more recent Tales games. They tend to have just like specific dock point finds throughout the world.
Circus troupe.
Are you alright with having demons on board, Benwick?
Not remotely an issue. If you're aboard this ship of misfits, you're a pirate. That's just our creed. At least, that's what the captain and the first mate always say.
Speaking of the captain, what's Eifried like?
Let's see. How do I put it? He's like if the sea were a person, and that person had a pointy beard.
And that pointy beard could open cans.
A bearded sea?
Look, everybody on this
I
ship
heard
is
from
an
the
outcast
guy on the
from
docks
society in some way.
squatting.
Despite that,
Pointy
Captain
bearded
Eifried accepted
Slav?
us for who we are and took us all on board.
Magdalene needs to pee.
So he's a kind
Do
man.
the pee-pee dance.
Well, would you say that the sea is kind?
No.
How would it feel to dive in with an open wound?
It would sting. A lot.
Quite so. Some days he's calm and steady, and others he rages. He can be shallow, deep, even a whirlpool.
And sometimes he flushes down the toilet.
Sometimes he dresses like a mermaid.
Sounds like
Don't
he's
judge.
a little scary and hard to read.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to serve him, but that air of mystery keeps us around and makes us want to take those jumps. At the end of the day, the dread pirate Van Eifried is one hell of a guy.
He sounds
Just
like
a title that gets
Velvet
passed
in a
along.
lot of ways.
Wait, what? How so? I didn't describe him right at all, did I?
Benwick, we're changing course at once for Port Renede.
Sir,
Oh, that was quick.
what's going on?
3 of our men have collapsed from the Corsair Scourge. They first showed symptoms 3 days ago. How are you holding up?
I'm still doing all right. But if this really started 3 days ago, that means we're all carrying it, doesn't it?
That's what I'm afraid of. But if we head straight to Port Renede, we should be able to get medicine there.
I'll check on everyone's condition.
Make sure everyone stays hydrated, including yourself, understand?
Sir, yes sir. All hands, assume emergency positions.
The crew's holding up well for a bunch of folks at death's door.
What do you mean? Is this Corsair Scourge fatal?
Oh, but it does cause your dick
No
to
one
fall
knows
off.
what causes it, but it starts with a high fever and ends up with the body falling apart like sand.
Like sand?
Once, there was a great band of pirates who ruled the seas, but the disease spread through their ships and killed every one of them. That's why it's called the Corsair Scourge.
Does that mean we've been infected as well?
You humans, for sure.
Only humans fall prey to the Corsair's scourge.
Then it could have gotten to you too. Right, Moggy Lou?
Oh, right. Alas, that my glorious saga shouldn't
The
be such
fuckers
an
just eat an
ignominious
orange.
end.
I can't allow our vessel
I mean,
to
I don't think
shine
scurvy
from
makes
this.
you fall apart like
If
sand.
you start
That's
to
just a
feel
Magic
ill,
scurvy.
speak up.
There.
I will.
Well, then you need a
Magic
magic
orange.
orange.
We'll all be
Yeah.
helping out in the search.
Nope, just
Everyone
regular
but
orange.
Eleanor, that
Turns
is.
out magic scurvy still beaten by vitamin C.
Oh, why does she get to stay? I might be dying too, you know.
Yes, but we
You're
don't
a
care.
witch. Magic yourself healthy. Now quit whining and get going.
Oh, not even a witch is safe from the ravages of the Reaper's curse.
The Reaper's curse?
Boat. Okay. Now, as is usual for us, to crash into the harbor.
Oh, damn it, not again. We just fixed it from last
Where's
time.
the herbalist?
Curse you, Van Eyfried
Remember,
pirates.
The Corsair's scourge needs a particularly special medicine.
Yeah, it's a wildflower called Salatoma. Its juice can cure the Corsair's scourge.
Doesn't sound too tricky.
Let's not relax until we have it in hand.
Right.
Why does the herb to
Now let's
cure
get
this
going.
also sound like
Hold
a
on a
disease?
minute. Won't you just be spreading the
What?
disease?
We
to
need
everyone who wanders
salmonella.
into town?
You have a problem with the salmonella
For
flower?
whatever reason,
Here,
it can
eat this
only
raw
float over
chicken.
the
It'll
ocean
cure you
waves.
of the disease.
It's speculated it might have something to do with the salt in the air.
I mean, you will
Or maybe
shit
the
yourself
microbes in the
unconscious,
seawater.
But
but you won't die.
For sure.
you won't
But there are
fall
no
apart
recorded
like
cases
sand,
of
apparently.
shit on land.
I see. A strange
We have magic
affliction
that can
indeed.
keep you alive through shitting yourself.
We'll be back soon. You all remain.
The
on the
Krampus,
ship.
is it just me or does it sound like the Corsair Scourge turns people into Imogen?
We've got to hurry.
Yeah. First, their body appears.
Solitary.
Their legs appear above their
Is this really
torso.
going to be necessary?
What do you mean, Eleanor?
And then bam,
Oh,
time train.
nothing. It's just, well, the herb is known to work well for fevers
This is the
and
precursor,
like,
time
but
boat.
it tastes bad. So bad. Some say it would even bring a demon to the brink of tears.
Maybe so. But better
Disappointing
to drink
part
it
of
than to die, right?
Eva there. So when
Oh,
Ixa went back in
I'm
time to
not
change
worried.
events, Deno didn't immediately go up and punch him in the
just
fucking
reminded
face.
me of
Stop
What are you
that!
doing?
No!
It is all.
No! No!
The map's getting filled in little by little.
There's still a long way to go. It's a big world out there.
Yeah, that's true.
And a lot can happen on the waves. The far seas are unexplored territory for a reason.
I'd imagine so. The seasons and the weather can change the sea
Island
completely.
shaped like some horrible
Oh.
creature named
Do
Tipo.
I sense a budding interest in the sea?
Think you're feeling less apathetic about it now?
I wouldn't say that. I was just reminded of something someone once
Also, there's
said to
some
me.
bizarre land where they unironically use words like Valkanus and
That
air.
Rokuro, always telling all of us except Eleanor to work harder.
I
Doesn't
used
he
the
realize that I'm a delicate maiden too?
No, you
This is
used the word
workplace
air, not
discrimination.
air.
I should put him on a witch trial and burn him at the stake.
Of course. How could I be
Build a
something like
bridge out of them.
Trials work.
Very important to
What's
remember that
wrong,
air,
Eleanor?
sense
You
of
look like you've got
the
something on your mind.
stuff released from Valkanus
I'm
Krias
just trying
is
to
spelled
figure out what Rokuro
A-E-R.
was thinking. When I had Lord Shigure at the end of my spear, Rokuro threw his dagger
The
right
mystical,
at my head.
invisible energy
I
that
thought I was
permeates
dead for
everything
sure.
around us. Air.
I feel like I saw who
Concentrated
he truly
into
was,
Krias.
and it frightens me. But he and Lord Shigure are always trying to kill each other. I can't understand why he did what he did.
It might have something to do with his Bushido code.
What's Bushido? Is that like a sword fighter's code?
It's a way of thinking. Be loyal to your lord. Respect your parents. Protect the weak. And act with honor.
You're saying that he was following this Bushido code, and he was protecting me because I was weak?
He might have turned into a demon, but his memories and personality are still intact. I doubt his moral values have disappeared either.
Do you really think he believes in that Bushido stuff? Carving through his enemies with a cruel and unsparing sword! Slash! Pow! Shazam! That's the true nature of a Rangetsu man. I heard that when Velvet first met him, he immediately attacked her without any provocation. I'm sure
No,
you
she just
haven't
gets
already
highlighted.
forgotten how he turned his swords on the kid in that fight against
Stop calling me, bitch!
I wouldn't read too much into what Nagi was saying.
Shazam! God damn
Rokuro
it.
lives for his sword, and that's just who he is.
But I don't think he's all that bad.
I thought you were the one who called him frightening.
I know I said he can be a scary person, but how do I put it? I do feel there's more to him than just wanting to cut people up.
A lot of time to reflect
I'm
inside
very
the belly of the
conflicted.
penguin.
It's almost like demons are people too.
Meanwhile, in the background, Rokuro just walk by.
A sword fighter has to sense his
Off to cut up
opponents
some
on some
people.
level, right?
Or a crazy
Him hacking up some
He's
store
actually
owner
a
in the
nice
background.
guy. Is that it?
Maybe. I don't know.
Walking along the
It's
street.
not that I
Hey
love him
there,
well
Shank.
enough.
Boy, I just love swords. Stab,
Personal
stab,
insight
stab,
or
stab.
anything.
You brought it up.
Oh, there I go, kill him again. Innocently gonna help turning into sand.
Oh, it's not because of the the Corsair Scourge. He just has a habit of rubbing shit in his wounds.
The pain makes me feel alive. My organs be failing.
He's got the dookie cuts. Got it.
If I do this the right way, my skin turns funny colors.
You too? Yesterday, my nets pulled up an arm. Manacles, even a brand on that one. I really can't take this anymore. I'm losing my appetite, and it's bad for my heart.
Stop eating the arms, then, you
Judging by the
fucking
tides,
idiot.
they would have to have come from that prison island. Is it really just a prison?
You think it's strange, too? I've suspected something about that place for a while now. They say the whole island is a prison, but if you ask me, I bet it's just an execution ground.
Half a dozen of one.
It's for experimenting on demons.
6 of the other.
Experimenting? What do you mean?
By experimenting, you mean feeding the velvet?
That's why
Well,
they
I mean,
need prisoners.
you have to feed her.
Food for the monsters.
You can't not feed your prisoners.
You see, if you take one demon, you fuse it with
There's
another
no way
demon.
the Abbey would do something that horrible, right?
Yeah,
Some
they're totally
crazy
doing that.
ideas. I bet all of this is the work of some vicious pirate gang.
Yeah, something like that.
That guy. He's
That's just
pretty
Roku
sharp.
chopping
Now that you
people
mention
up and
it,
throwing their
I
lips in
haven't
the
seen any
ocean.
patrol ships around there recently. Used to be they'd chase you off if you got too close.
You know, you're right. If there are pirates about, it'll mean trouble unless the Abbey tightens up their patrols.
The best we can do is keep a wide berth of
Yar,
it for now.
pardon me. Do you happen to know where I can
Demons
find
sneaking
medicine
up on
for the
us.
Corsair
I think
Scourge?
we'd notice if pirates or
The
demons were around.
Merchant
No way
crew
they get
has
us
been
unawares.
afflicted.
I can't tell.
Yar,
if it's
we be
sharp.
looking for ketchup
Black
and
doors
mystic
and
eggs.
Also, we have these goods to sell that we found in foreign lands.
Also, a lot of pirate flags.
Do not ask about all these pirate flags. They fell off a boat.
They were throwing them out. Real question is why so many merchants want to buy pirate flags.
Merchants actually dream of being pirates, but don't actually want to do
Three
it.
of these same pirate flags. I'll give you 6,500 piece.
When you're on a boat, there's only so many decorating options. It's either pirate motif or mermaid motif, and like you get tired of one or the other.
You could
pretty
do
quickly.
Dutch East India Trading Company motif.
Well, that's just bodies nailed to your
Port
wall.
Reed was originally built here on this inlet. The water's deep enough for ships, but as you can see, it's a bit too narrow for a port. Large ships couldn't come close without a top-rate crew.
But I feel like
Port
this bridge
Reed
is
was
going to
used
collapse.
almost exclusively
That's
by
fine.
smaller ships.
What about the Von Eltia?
We're the best of the best. We came and went as we pleased.
So your point is you wanted to brag.
Hey, let me finish. The people wanted
I'm
their
not done
town to
bragging
grow,
yet.
So they built an outer harbor for large ships and this bridge to connect to it.
Uh-huh. So that's why the port and the town are separate.
But there's more. We secretly help provide the funds and resources for
Here
them
I
to
go
build.
bragging again.
So you are bragging.
And did this bridge bring prosperity to Port Renede?
No. The Abbey began regulating shipping and travel. Right about
All
the time
I'm
the
saying
town
is
finished
we've
building the
crashed
outer
into the
port.
town a
If
lot
only the
less
seas
since
have
they
remained
built
free,
the outer port.
Port Renede would have developed into a center for commerce and trade.
I suppose things don't always go as planned.
Then again, even if Port Renede became a bustling port, we still would have no trouble slipping in or out.
I'm not biting this time.
Is that a frog?
Frog
yes.
noise.
The frog noise. Eric Frog noise.
You're on a crick and it's raining.
When I was in Port Zexen, I heard that a swarm of demons attacked the palace and killed the High Priest.
No way! Isn't the palace the most heavily guarded place in the world? How did the exorcist let that
Two
happen?
demons. Two demons went
That
inside.
news really does travel fast.
And didn't
Also,
kill the
we
high
didn't even
priest.
kill the high priest. That was the griffin they were keeping
That
locked
was
up
the
under.
demon they were keeping locked up inside.
They had razor-sharp horns and 3 burning eyes.
Presumably, I'm
over
leading
your mind just by
to
glaring at
juice
you.
somehow in order to make nectar.
Terrible. No wonder the exorcist couldn't
Griffin
deal with
squeezes.
them.
Got it.
Some rumors say they escaped. Some say a legate took them down in a climactic battle. But no one knows the truth. We should be ready
Like,
to
we
run
knew
in
the guy
case
was
they
making
show up.
nectar. I don't think the demon that devoured him was one making the nectar.
No, they just had
no.
that sealed under the church.
Never collecting its piss.
Nope, squeezing demons.
One scary lady.
They
Nectar is
said
giant
swarm.
griffin thing
So
piss.
they were talking about you, too.
Highly addictive.
Yeah. Turns out griffins metabolize sugar into cocaine.
Liquid cocaine.
I know I'm repeating myself, but that's just not possible.
But the High Priest hasn't been seen since then. How do you explain that? I heard some people from the capital say that he might have been attacked by demons.
That's true.
The Abbey's trying to cover it up, but the truth is getting out.
Attacked, but not.
The
Well,
security at the palace is better than anywhere
He was
else.
attacked and killed
by
by
demons.
But
Yes.
different
Not a
demons.
swarm of demons.
Also, it was a different demon that killed him than the ones that attacked him.
The best
Yes.
of the best. Horde or not, they couldn't have gotten in.
But what if they were some sort of giant demons? No matter how elite the
Or, you know,
What
what
if
they
it was a
just,
really big demon?
or what if they just took the sewers? Because apparently all sewers are undefended. And have easy access to fortifications.
What if it was just one really big motherfucker came in here and stomped on them?
What if it was instead a giant swarm of tiny demons that slipped under the door?
Oh, got in through the cracks.
Coffee, 2 sugars, no cream.
It looks
Go.
like rumors from the capital are spreading.
The more chaos there is here, the easier it'll be for us to move around.
I've heard the High Priest was just giant chicken.
What if the high priest himself was actually a demon? A giant demon, in fact.
The church was. The High Priest was living inside of it.
Oh. What if this sandwich is
Apparently just have another bounty representative over here.
Yep.
like one in each town, I assume? That plant.
All right, there's
There we
the
go.
2 new ones.
Coveting fairy.
Gonna say.
Yep.
And a moderate man-eating plant. Or mobile
Random
man-eating
skills
plant.
enhances.
Yep.
Org forest.
Yep.
Ew. I'll fucking smell swamp. Hogwood.
That'd be fine at first, and then immediately go bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like that would turn foul real fucking quick.
Did you need something?
No, not really.
As you say.
Why aren't you training with 2 swords?
This is how I've always trained. 10,000 practice swings a day since I was a kid. I just wanted a single good swipe at Shigure. So I swung, and eventually just naturally got to this point.
That's
Big
incredible.
deal about 2 style being.
Not really. I need to be prepared to face Shigure at any moment. But I've been thinking I should up it to 100,000 swings.
100,000? Do you have any idea how much time that'll take?
Nah.
Even if you did 1 swing a second,
It's fine, he can't
you
count
couldn't
past
do
20.
That many in 1 day.
Oh? but 10 swings a second would do the trick.
Rokuro.
Even still, I know it would take more than 100,000 swings to be a match for Shigure. Not with one sword or with two.
And you keep doing it despite knowing it's pointless? That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to defeat an undefeatable adversary. The whole damned idea is daft, as you put it. All I can do is recognize the fact and give it my best shot.
Well, that's one way of looking at it.
If only I could figure out how to stay up all night and still feel rested. Now there's a challenge I can't beat.
You need to go to bed. A lack of sleep will get you killed faster than a lack of practice.
You're right. I'll do that.
Alternatively, I've heard that Griffin pains cocaine.
Have you tried meth? You'll never need to sleep again.
Yeah, that'll keep you going 24/7.
Yeah, but
for about a week.
Yeah, but I want to keep what teeth I have left. Hello, Fleecy.
Yep.
Excuse me, could you please not enter other guests' rooms and steal their things?
Nope. Demon!
Okay.
Can't hear you with the sound of the ocean.
Character cards.
It is a incredibly simplified hunt. Boycott. It's going to be all the tail, all the mini game. Play Rain. And yeah, that should.
No match.
Play a card there. Card. Do. Yeah. Finish round.
Fortunately, the game is cut short. Nearby tower. Aizen's bad luck. Win to earn no tails coin.
Hubert.
Which one was Hubert?
Blue-haired. Little brother.
Oh.
No, like, I mean, yes, him and then match him.
Yeah.
There you go. So one of the big strategies to Koi Koi is trying to similarly get your scoring sets while also eliminating scoring sets from being on the field so that your opponent can't grab them. That match with Lloyd should work. Do the Judith Carroll match.
Talia.
Purple hair.
That one?
Yeah. Down, second character. We can make. Probably. Fun. Get to a scoring set on this. There we go. Okay, nice. Yep. Cards, so we have to. At this point, we can kind of do whatever. They are highly unlikely to get more than 15 points. Unless they Koi Koi like a fucking madman. Kind of make whatever matches you like at this point. Cleared the field. What now, motherfucker? Yeah, so throw down one of the first two, because they're good. Oh, okay. There we go. After Koi Koi, yeah. And make that match. Close it out. Fuck him up. And a 21 is not a bad score at all. So assuming that between streams, we end up somewhere where I have access to get back to this, I'm going to play the shit out of this. I fucking love Koi Koi. And to be perfectly blunt, this seems significantly more straightforward than traditional Koi Koi because these sets are literally just like
characters.
Well, the match sets are just the game they're from.
Take a look at this.
Those things like Sworn Ally.
But the scoring setups are something I'll have to look into and learn.
Oh yeah, the Swordian Peninsula.
Yep, that's gonna be Tales of Destiny. Swordian Peninsula.
Show them how Ifreed's crew can sail.
On our next set of shit. Check our skill list real quick. Yeah, we are almost done, actually.
Yeah, there's like
There are 20 treasures and 20 areas.
Yeah.
Basically. I think it's like, look, I think it is level 25 is max level for stuff. So we are actually almost maxed out on expeditions. At which point we will really just start shitting money.
And just keep doing the highest one.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Which will also mean we will have consistent access to the highest level recipe we get out of that stuff, which is also going to be just fucking gross. You eat a tail.
A Doge tail.
Up. Foreign.
Yeah,
That's
we already mastered those, but and then
we're short on floric stuff actually. We're pretty good on calcite now.
We got a bunch of calcite. Grab the silky touch.
Oh no, Velvet's mastered. Work anyway.
Off some stuff. No ludicrous pirate flag.
No.
Up to this.
Yep.
Hello there. How can I help you today?
We're looking for Salatoma flowers.
Well,
I'm sorry.
That's an order I don't get every day. It's not for the Corsair's Scourge by any
no.
chance. The very same. Some of our crew developed fever 3 days ago. I want to take care of it as quickly as possible. Understandable, but unfortunately, I'm out of stock right now.
Well, filthy pirates.
Be out of stock. The flower's in season, isn't it?
It is, but not too long ago, a demon appeared in Warg Forest, where we harvested. And now the Abbey won't let anyone inside.
They what?
Certainly,
Why haven't
a
they
demon.
exterminated the demon?
From what little I've heard, they've had trouble tracking the thing. 100 people go in, maybe only one will actually come across the beast.
If it's so rare, then what's the danger?
Because nobody who's encountered it has come back alive.
First the Corsair's Scourge, then no
How do you know the one even found the beast?
He didn't come back alive.
Fell in a fucking ravine. Like,
the ravine demon.
Might not make it in time.
But if we go to the Warg Forest, the Salatoma will be in bloom, correct?
Right, but the demon...
We're going to the forest.
Right.
Now
Off to the forest.
There's a couple exclamation marks. Let's do those real quick.
Hey.
Dad, I can't take it anymore. I can't deal with life in this village.
There you go, with the whining again.
Those two,
I want much
seem
more
to be
than this
rather upset.
provincial life.
Shut the fuck up and go back to your room.
The phrase is
Who even taught you to read?
I'm not whining. It's been 10 years and the village is no better off than when we started. Every year it gets colder, and every year our harvest gets worse. And the risk of demon blight hasn't gone away.
Your point.
Demon blight your ass with my belt.
Westgand has fewer cases of demon blight. Other areas are suffering worse from the cold and the demons. I'd say we're better off here than anywhere else.
You're saying we're lucky that all we have to worry about is cultivating this inhospitable land?
Don't be so impatient. We'll see results. Westgand has.
You're gonna eat your plate of rocks and like it.
We keep working this land.
One day, lad, all of this will be yours.
This is all shit.
Not now, but in 100 years or 1,000, our descendants will have joy and plenty. That's enough for me.
Up until some asshole with the head of a lion shows up.
Good man, your words have moved me. As an exorcist, I promise to work my hardest to end the demon blight and help people like you find security.
Oh, thank you for your kind words, young exorcist. Then
Right,
I
now
have
get
a
back in the hat,
request.
Eleanor.
How about you start helping by marrying this fool son of mine?
What?
Ever since his lover gave him the slip, he's been whining like this nonstop.
I'm very sorry, but that wasn't
I'm
exactly
just gonna
what
go
I had
hide back in the
mind.
penguin. This world deserves everything it gets.
The demon of Warg Forest? Yeah, I heard about it. It's been the talk of the town round here lately. My guess is it's some kind of invisible demon. Scary, right?
An invisible demon?
A bunch of exorcists got together to hunt the demon.
The sheet ghost.
But they couldn't find it. If it's not invisible, then maybe it's so fast they couldn't see it. Or too small for them to notice.
Ah, but what if it's a giant demon and it's so large they don't realize they're looking at the demon?
All the exorcists
And
are
it's
going-
the one that broke in and attacked the high priest.
All the exorcists are going around the forest. They turn to the camera. Can you help us find the demon?
I don't really know the details myself either.
Yeah,
Right there.
All we know is there was a group of exorcists going through the forest to search for it, and then one of them screamed and vanished from sight suddenly.
Find that
There's no sign of him.
We won't feel safe until it's gone.
Check the
You
bottom
have
of the
my word.
ravine. Why would they? The demon clearly got him.
Solitoma. Sorry.
There's a lot of
Won't
people
have
being
time to go
by
demon
demon.
hunting.
That one
I
ravine.
know.
So many people falling in the told to fall into the ravine.
Giant pile of corpse. It's no longer a ravine.
Oh, Code Red Demon.
Yep. This was one of the two areas.
Yep. Yeah, Offensive Nog. This is going to be the ferry. The other one is in the forest that we are headed to.
Versus, I can't jump.
I'm guessing we're gonna get jump soon.
Yeah, the whatever.
Yeah, looking at
whether it's like jump or like water.
Rocket jet back.
Here's some skunk.
Battle tutorial.
Literally just skunks.
Sure.
You got it, boss.
Just for that.
You're not my dad. Commit to the bit.
I've seen this lake. It's fascinating.
I'll show you the beauty of my spear work.
You won't get any pity or compassion from me.
Ew.
I challenge you.
Ew.
Take that egg thing.
Blood slimes. Ew.
Yeah.
Well, you go for it, unarmed fighter.
At least I'm wearing gloves. Yeah, we still got some of that antiseptic back on the ship, right?
I think we trying to keep that people pretty insane.
If you want to live, get out of my way.
Whatever you say.
That was sure a noise.
Was that supposed to be a joke?
Yeah, but the punchline was, "Ugh," so it wasn't really funny. Now, "Ugh," that's fucking comedy.
Hey, Laphicet, what's the Reaper's Curse Magilu was talking about?
Supposedly, Aizen's presence has the power to bring misfortune to the people around him.
Is that some sort of special Moloch power or something?
It's worse than mere misfortune. At Vortigern, there was a sudden mass outbreak of demon blight, and many of his fellow crew died on his watch.
I find that a little hard to believe, honestly.
The Reaper's curse is all too real. It was the Reaper's curse that tore me from you and got me captured by Miss Magilu.
Oh.
Can't just blame every problem you have on like air quotes Reaper's curse.
I had indigestion. It was the Reaper's curse.
Don't like.
Hey,
I hate that Reaper's curse made me stub my toe on that shell.
oh, I wish I could return to your side once more.
Do what you want. I don't care.
I hate that in an indirect manner the
Stop you.
killed the
Maybe
first
there was
Laphicet.
a Moloch who freely divulges a young girl's secrets.
Fine, thank you very much. I've already got Laphicet to look after as it is.
Aw, no fair! Is he the one who blows on your tears now when you cry?
He most certainly does not. And as of right now, you're a stranger to me.
What? Just so we're clear, Laphicet will do no blowing on any cheeks.
Of course not. I mean, not that it ever happened in the first place anyway. Just forget it.
Yet another victim of the Reaper's curse!
You're gonna hold your head under, stop twitching, and that ain't gonna be no part of the curse.
Oh no, a tide.
It says here on the tin.
Looks like you want to die.
Your style is really unique.
Just wait until I pull out the good stuff.
Large. Spells. Power up.
Spear wielder?
Yep.
Yes.
Still fine to have. He actually does really well for comboing between partial and spells.
Honestly, we'd probably do even better if we actually paid attention to the mechanic build.
Huh.
So certain spells actually get specific benefit and boost from being sent, triggered off of after specific arts. It's actually a little thing over in, down in the section where it shows like what against. It'll actually have a thing where it like start and then it'll have like a little yellow arrow and have the spell name.
Art.
It actually like, so you know the thing where it talked about like, yeah, spells are faster the further around a combo and also off of arts and blah blah blah. It is specifically specific arts improve specific spells. Like a combo in. Now I think if I'm seeing the map correctly, we should be able to get to that code red because I think there's actually stones.
Yes.
finished here.
I'm not sure. I can't really see shit.
Yeah.
Lesser one.
That's
Having
true.
to that's like
True.
and then title. Sure, I'm gonna stick on boosted boxer, but take a look.
Dragon
Decrease
one.
SGE capable of
Don't remember.
keep going up. Master. So is I don't know. Either way, I don't think it would. Sorry.
Eleanor, are you feeling all right?
Yes, for now at least.
I'm glad for that. But please remember, the Reaper's curse is no joke.
Is Isen's curse even real? I'm having trouble believing in it.
You never know.
What's the amount of bullshit you blame on it?
Or a blister, or a bug might fly into your mouth.
A bug?
Miss Moggy-Lou, please stop making up things just to scare Madame Eleanor. Like when you said that 4 Navy warships tried to detain the Von Eltia and disappeared without a trace.
Oh no, that one's true.
Isin made a stop over on an island and the men there caught demon blight. Or that a man bumped into his shoulder and started laughing and died from suffocation.
Please stop.
Well,
That's even more
I mean,
frightening.
strictly speaking,
That's a pack of lies.
there was
It
a
7 warships. Everyone on the island, not just men, caught demon blight. And the guy who bumped into me died from hiccups.
Hold me.
But as far as the Corsair's Scourge goes, you don't need to worry. Just drink the Solitoma juice and you'll be fine.
Assuming they're in bloom.
Yeah, there is that.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Alright, I do have a definitional question. Strangulation count as suffocate?
I think
I was
Borderlands
trying to
2
stop his
covered that.
hiccups.
Yeah.
My hands around his neck.
Our one. Okay.
Fuck up fairy.
Are we ready for this?
That's what Accompanying Witches. It itself is Fiend Wing Demi-Human, weak to fire.
Very weak to martial
Very
arts.
weak to martial arts.
Yep.
We do want to fuck up the witches first, though, because it has power link.
Also, they're witches.
proud. You made me unleash my full power.
Master Floor Boots.
And
Yeah.
Damage or point combo.
Pick something.
Fucking 35 grand. Boot!
Take a look at this.
This recipe looks real tasty.
Rainbow Nautilus.
Scout ship setting sail.
Sure.
You sure you want me for this?
We'll start using that stuff. War Pike.
A war pike.
Bat sword behind the rock over.
That's just a handle with a...
There, yep.
Ah, crap.
I mean, it's not a big deal. The enemies around here are not actually super difficult.
Pardon.
Is this also part of the Reaper's curse?
It's an angel's blessing as long as we win.
Yes, having your stuck in part of the Reaper's.
Limits the movement of snakes.
I challenge you.
I can't even call that a fight.
Yes.
waste my time.
I had no problems here.
New weapon skill of some sort.
Or somewhat.
Eleanor, it looked like. Who's pressing buttons after battle?
You.
Who else is pressing buttons after battle?
You.
No, because it is pressing automatically with me touching it.
I don't know that any of us pressing buttons after battle actually does anything.
It's either forwarding it on its own when I'm not touching anything, or...
Seven whole tails coins.
Yeah, can't go that way. Kind of figured.
Yeah.
Looks like you want to die.
Yeah, Quelling Servant.
Like arts combo.
Yeah. So the real big brain move, apparently, do lines of arts and then line up different set that spells. So you a bunch of arts on B and then have Y be the spells, but have it so like whatever the art in the first slot on B is, the second slot on Y is the spell that's off of it. That's what the whole like insane galaxy brain shit is. It's set up, but you really only need that on much harder difficulty. Let's do a test here when we finish this fight.
Huh?
Vince, don't press anything.
Okay.
It looks like no one is injured.
Okay. No amount of me hitting the button does anything.
Okay, that one forwarded automatically because I wasn't pressing anything either.
Yeah. I believe it will forward to the first one automatically, and it will progress through them after a certain amount of time, I think. But
Okay.
Literally us hitting the button after combat does.
That island can't get to is where the last chest is, so...
Yeah.
Yep. Very much an instance of, just like in most Tales games, anything but Controller 1, the buttons do nothing in anything outside of actual combat. Not even like the end combat screen.
I'll end this quickly.
Again, it's nothing you need to be super concerned with. It's stuff that's super...
I'm less concerned about making the actual combos more. It's been a while since I've done any kind of changing.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Also, the more mastery you have of skills in general, the better, and it's easier to master at lower levels than at higher ones.
A lot of skills do base off of how...
And your combined mastery matters for something or another, I forget.
It is your...
Yeah.
Break gauge.
Yeah.
Unarmed? Hardly. These are deadly weapons.
Alright, let's see.
Frankly, less than we usually have after 2.
Nothing. Literally the stablest stream we've had of.
Check set after this streaming.
For like 3,200.
Yeah. I think I have the settings on this set for like 3,500 max, just most of the stuff we stream. Not going to get a whole lot of fucking benefit out of like a 6,000 bit rate when we are not affiliate, not partner, therefore we don't get quality options. High as the non-affiliate stream ways. AB 96.
2 parts, really?
Yes. Not everything. I don't think every even character has a full part combo.
That or I'm just missing moves in the combo because obviously I probably haven't learned everything.
Well, arts are learned in this literally by level up.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
Yeah, I know, but generally they mostly kind of go in order. Don't really learn stuff out of order combos typically.
Yeah, but I could be in the middle of a combo or something. So it's just hard to see in general what goes to what until you have everything.
And they could also be like master ranked base, so if you master level. Yeah.
Maybe that's possible, but I don't think. I think it's based off of one of the fights we got, actually.
Also, don't feel too bad about it. Like, Rokuro has a 4-move combo for hidden arts, but it literally can't hit with every hit of the combo. It's design.
I feel like it probably can. It's just a very
like a big enough enemy, I guess, or one that doesn't get knocked back at all.
Yeah.
Probably you can hit with all 4. But because Rokuro has so many moves that just needlessly jump around.
Yep. I didn't look too much into how the whole combo thing. Point. I was specifically looking for ways to get higher scores on the actual like training dummy mini game, and somebody mentioned about the combo system. Like, oh, take a look at that. But
don't waste my time.
Yeah, I was looking up controls and stuff for the game. One of the, not necessarily criticisms, observations people made against Berseria is that unless you're playing on the highest difficulty, you can pretty much mash one of 2 attack buttons that you got set up and get through most every fight in this game.
I mean, that's every Tales game, frankly.
To some extent. Boss fights generally take a little bit more input, but
that
it comes
is
to
every
grinding.
Tales game, but especially like later ones, they give you a lot of extra like bells and whistles to the combat system that end up being more detrimental or
This must
at
be the
best
Warg
ignorable.
Forest.
We need to be careful. There may well be exorcists around.
Just more complexity than the game strictly needed to beat the game, and
unless again you're on like highest difficulty.
Yeah.
I mean, that being said, it is certainly a thing which tends to give these games much higher replayability than most other JRPGs.
It's the Abbey's new invention.
So it's 2 barriers working in tandem then.
That sure sounds like a hell of a lot of trouble just to stop people from coming in.
It really does.
Okay, so barriers of elements. And then presumably flip the switch again. Yeah.
Behold, the mechanic for this forest.
Yeah, pretty much.
Tails again, huh? That Reaper's curse of yours is consistent, if nothing else.
The curse even affects coin flips?
Seems that way.
Amalok's powers affect physical objects and can, at times, even synchronize with their wavelengths.
And in your case, it's that coin?
Yeah. That's why it always comes up tails.
You must forgive my skepticism.
Whether you choose to believe it or not is really up to you.
It might be worth noting that coin is also Aizen's vessel.
So is that wavelength business the reason why Laphicet always has that compass around him?
Oh, he's
That's
just
part of it. But in another sense, it's a kind of proof of his manhood.
Proof of his manhood?
Must polish you so you don't rust.
That doesn't make any sense.
For a praetor, you really don't know that much about the world, do you?
The Reaper's curse. The Abbey needs to know about this. I'll have to investigate further. A coin that always comes up tails. Can Amalok's influence extend so far?
I see you're a woman of deep skepticism.
I know it's hard to believe, but Aizen's coin really does only come up tails.
I mean, it only has tails. And it always comes up
Some sort
tails.
of trick on it, Magilu.
Oh, your gaze falls on me then?
Well, I am a woman of deep skepticism.
And one who holds grudges too, apparently. But no, I don't have anything to do with it. In fact, I tried a little spell to make it come up heads, and it wouldn't take hold.
The coin's not gimmicked. There's no trick. See for yourself if you like.
This is the Demon Lord Daos.
Good eye. It's from Carl.
It's from Carlin. I've never seen an authentic specimen. It's incredibly ancient, and yet it looks freshly minted.
There's a reason for that. Gold is normally soft, but they found a way to harden.
I know! They cover the surface of a softer metal with a heat-reactive shape memory alloy. That's what makes it hard to scratch.
Right.
It's a technique no one alive can duplicate, and it makes any trickery impossible. I might just have to believe in this curse of yours after all.
I thought you said they had made the surface itself harder, not covered it with something else.
I think you're mistaken.
No, I swear you said...
Let's just leave it at that.
Okay.
Shape memory alloy. That's how they did it.
Don't waste my time.
Most friendly like approach to it's for terrible.
This fight is over.
Stop one.
I was trying to remember how to switch which characters get switched in combat. That stuff. Hold the button and then move it, but I don't remember exactly. Or was it just no?
Which character?
Never mind.
It's
I
like
remember.
either up or down on the pad.
No, it's left and right. That's what I'm thinking.
But
For
yeah,
the
yeah, you left and right to move, switching.
yeah.
Found that out when I was trying to figure out how to target magic.
Don't waste my time.
Okay, that's all. Let's just jump down from where we were.
So what does this Solitoma flower look like exactly?
In a word, ugly. The flower itself is purple with leaves and stem of maroon.
An ugly flower. All right, I'll keep an eye out.
By the way, do you know what Solitoma means in the language of flowers?
Was it deceitful coexistence? What's with that? Even its symbolism is awful.
Deceitful coexistence.
The perfect flower for us.
What's wrong, Luffy said?
Magilu is right, isn't she?
Could be. Eleanor is from the Abbey. I'm not sure that someone like that would ever genuinely want to make friends with us.
That's what I thought.
But it's not all quarrels between us. There's commonalities, I guess you could call it. We share common ground.
Deceitful coexistence doesn't trouble me at all. I'll always be here for you, Madam Eleanor. You and I shared an eternal vow that binds us together.
All I did was make a pact to tether you. I'd appreciate it if you didn't talk about it in a way that could create the wrong impression.
Madam Eleanor, you're so cold.
Try your eyes, Bienfu. You still have me, don't you?
Oh, Miss Magilu, you're the only one for me, honest.
Good, good. Now think hard on my kindness and do as you're told.
Yes, ma'am. I'll just have to hang in there until I find a new love.
Laphicet, think about deceitful coexistence this way.
Demon, exorcist, Moloch, pirate, witch. We're never going to be a single cohesive unit. But each of us understands where the others are coming from in a way that's very real.
So it's not really a deception.
Yeah, not really. I think selfish coexistence might make the better fit.
Maybe so.
Oh.
Take a look at this. Scout ship setting sail.
No skills.
Yep, it happens occasionally.
I'll finish this quick.
Okay, so you can target heals.
Okay, what's that thing to do it?
You have to hold down the button that's casting the heal, then you use left stick.
Aren't spears difficult weapons?
Hold down the button that's casting.
Hold down the casting button and then use left stick to trigger or to change your target.
Ah, okay.
But you have to be holding down the casting button that casts the spell the whole time.
Atypical.
They were nothing.
Spike shoes. Do I flip it? Do I leave it?
Almost certain. Flip it.
Yeah.
Not really much more path screen.
That's true.
And like worst case, if you were supposed to leave it, oh no, we have to backtrack.
Zoom in there, but okay.
Here I come!
I'm not one to go easy.
Yeah, basically I'd do one there.
Yep.
To it.
I'll finish this quick.
You're just lucky I made it quick.
Those purple leaves belong to a salatoma. Be on the lookout for the ugly flowers.
Ugly purple flowers. Got it.
This is locked.
I can't even call that a fight.
I'll end this quickly.
If you want to live, get out of my way.
I'm ready for it.
Sorry to cut you down.
Fade wave. Cloak and mastery.
Yeah, no. Staggered her.
ready for this.
I wish I had power like that.
I'd forget about it.
Yeah, just those two. Makes sense. Okay. Sorry, probably has the switch.
Hey, you guys lost in new directions? Oh god!
I won't improve by fighting weaklings.
Ah, total encounters. Also beat up birds. Got it.
Pick up birds.
You'll be rust on my blade. But I'm this close. I won't miss. Form zero. Thunder.
Another victory.
True Velvet. Yep. Oh, this should exist.
Awful plant monster.
A mobile
Yep.
entity. Red alert. Not because it's a man-eating plant. It
We
doesn't
will
move.
need to be extremely wary.
Capitus Fiend, weak to wind, water.
Blaze of wind, slice them! Air thrust! Air thrust! Air thrust! Blaze of wind, slice them! Air thrust! Air
Much skill mastery.
Oh, yeah, we got almost 13 grit.
Yep. And that's HP drop skill thing.
Yeah.
That has 2 skills, sure.
I don't actually have that stuff of art attack all that much. I'm up in like a boss fight, and it's like it's weak to wind, and I'm like, I got this.
Spam wind you.
Okay.
You better be ready.
This is the Rangetsu style!
So that's the Rangetsu style?
No.
So then here to here is the Rangetsu style?
Just what do you think my style is?
We should actually head left. Full path from that first split, which is probably side of.
Or this is
now going to be the bottom path from that section. Be able to get to it might be.
Screw you.
You there! What do you think you're doing here?
We could ask the same of you.
Well, that's a fight.
Yep.
Also, clearly the way we're supposed to be going.
Back there? They didn't look like they were
Yeah.
demon hunting.
Oh no, someone's moving magnetic north.
Making that move? No, it just did it by itself.
He's in sync with his compass, just like Eisen and his coin.
Eisen, you're an Earth Moloch, right? Do you sense anything around here?
I sense the earth.
I don't.
Yep, there it is.
It seems Laphicet's senses are sharper than mine.
It stopped, but something still feels wrong.
Like what?
It kind of feels like when we got sealed inside that Earth pulse.
So a force similar to Inominat's power? I'm starting to think this may be no ordinary demon we're dealing with here.
Was the demon behind the ravine?
What if the demon is the ravine?
Oh, that's not possible. That's ridiculous. Clearly an invisible demon. that hides near this ravine.
I mean, it's a demon that can only take the form of a kraken. Got like a face on one of them.
Aizen, is it you? We know you're an earth demon. Earth Malik. Is it actually a Malik? Is it a Malik that turned into a demon? Or a bird that turned into a demon? Or a demon that turned into a demon?
Or a demon
or
that was
the
the
air
wind.
that turned into the demon?
Or alternatively, air that turned into a demon?
We have an unclear number of things that can turn into demons.
This antique dinette set with a chair, table, some silverware that goes with it. Only one piece of which is turned into a demon. That's a part.
Come on, really?
Looks like
Oh no. Oh, shot.
I won't improve
Only I'm
by
wearing my
fighting
shock ward.
weaklings.
What's that?
I was shocked by the boar. If only I'd been wearing my shock ward.
You sure you want...
Well then, let's move on.
Oh. Yep.
Take a look at this.
New stuff.
Scout ship setting sail.
Apparently we found hiding out as fun.
Ah, do we start with Dix?
He's upgraded to the spine type.
I should be back around to something.
This way.
Yeah.
Middle to go back.
Yeah.
Can we?
Because I had to flip the switch.
You're just lucky I made it quick.
And a Lance Mastery.
Yeah. There are things worse than death.
Hey, get ready for the time of Eleanor doing fuck all for Dan.
Oh.
He put the Worn Spear on.
Yeah. No, I did enchant +3. Yeah, because I had to flip the switches back to that. Well, yeah. Yeah, so the only way to have that Flip didn't go there is to use the middle route anyways.
Don't waste it.
I was just getting warmed up.
Just the middle paths.
Making sure. Yeah, it's just that stuff. Sure there wasn't like a cat chest or something hidden. Okay, back to actual progress. Way to go.
I won't improve by fighting weaklings.
You better be ready.
Killing flash! When I'm this close, I won't miss! Form zero! Thunder!
We're finished here. Let's go.
Waistcoats?
Calcite waistcoats?
About these skunks. Buy this box full of waistcoats. Throwing them out.
Turns out, Skunk's diet almost entirely of calcite. Really unhealthy. I don't know how these creatures.
Okay.
Something else.
Oh, not the balmy fluid. What if we need one more?
Then we'll buy an item and disenchant it. Oh, nothing important here.
What's this ravine?
It looks like a dead end up ahead. Laphicet, do you feel anything here?
No, not right now.
Turn out we just get to get the flowers we need.
Look! Purple flowers!
Yep, Solitoma.
Is the demon the real reason the Abbey's closed off the forest?
Worry about it later. It's flower picking time.
Agreed.
What do you think, kiddo? I told you these things were hard on the eyes. I mean, who puts those colors together?
Purple and orange?
Yeah, they're really nasty looking. But if they help the others, that's good enough for me.
Really aren't those that nasty looking? They're up.
This must be the demon we were warned about.
Are you all right?
I'm okay.
So much for this demon being hard to find. Is this the Reaper's curse yet again?
We're just getting started.
Well, that's a thing.
Another barrier! That barrier. Even my praetor hearts can't break that. What's going on here? Why go to such lengths to keep this demon alive?
Either way, I don't think we're hauling home any flowers unless we beat up Mr. Bugglesworth here.
Mr. Bugglesworth?
Everyone,
Haven.
let's do this!
That would just make you feel bad.
Mr. Bugglesworth, no!
Alright, weak to fire and water, resist physical.
Alright.
This thing is so cool. I want to be a bug.
Stop fantasizing and help us get rid of it.
Ready to die? Think you can dodge? Just try. Perfect mayhem! Pull out! No escape!
Ah! I'm going to start running. Indeed, Bugglesworth.
Phew! Insect collecting is a sweatier hobby than I thought.
Look! Can we keep him?
No.
Hand it over. I'll dispose of it.
Aww.
The Abbey had some reason for protecting it. Maybe we should keep it alive for observation.
That's how we unlock the bug fighting minigame.
Wait, you could just eat barriers? Come on.
Apparently.
Why do we have to do the stupid switch stuff?
I will. I'll take care of him.
Well, see, those are dual barriers,
Now that
not
we've got
just
these flowers,
light
Eleanor
barrier.
and my
I don't know.
crew ought to be out of danger.
Those are entirely different barriers that operate off a different thing. She can't
It looks like
eat
we closed
keyed
the door on this little
barriers.
episode. That insect demon was a
Also,
bit of a
clearly why
surprise,
exactly
but I
this
still
type of
think this
barrier
curse
was totally
business is
capable of
overblown.
keeping her in the pit in that prison.
Goes in
I
a
can
strong
count
man.
on one hand how many have survived more than 3 years at my side. If you're not careful, you might wind up as corpse number 50. That's how many comrades I've lost.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just saying, don't let your guard down.
I was waiting for we get a close-up shot of looking like her face.
Now
Dumb,
that we've got
stupid
what
thing.
we need, we should get back to the ship.
There we go. Mastery of Thorny Waistcoat. Printers.
Okay. Another.
Yay!
I wonder what they call this kind of bug.
You're way
Tamed,
into that
mysterious
thing, aren't
bug.
you?
That we can now wear, apparently. Yeah, I think those are fashion.
Oh, those are key
That was
items.
key items.
Ah.
So we got mysterious bug and
Ah, okay.
Chests.
Ah. Yay, save point.
Laffy said, "Can I ask you
And
a
teleportation.
bit of an awkward question? What kind of demon would you say Velvet is?"
Yeah.
Well, oh, don't worry. I'm not trying to find a vulnerability
Stripper.
or anything. I'm only asking out of curiosity.
I mean, just look at
It's
the way
not
she
that I doubt
dressed.
you, Eleanor. I just don't know much about her myself.
You fought
Look,
against her, haven't you?
Because Velvet has
She
chosen to
consumes
shop
her
in the
enemies
children's
with her left
section.
hand and claims their power. She's a demon like absolutely no other.
This shirt
Well,
won't
just
fit, so I
about any
decided to
demon down
rip
in
it
front
and
of
then
her, and I bet she
sew
could
the
devour
front
it
of
in a
it
single
together.
gulp.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty much true. Sometimes demons that she doesn't entirely devour turn human again, but
What? You've seen demons turn back into humans?
is it that big of a deal?
Yes.
Of course it is. Everyone knows that once you catch demon blight, that's it. There's no turning back. Although, I did see it happen with the High Priest Gideon. I wonder if there's some kind of connection.
Not that it matters if he turned back, demon or not, he's dead either way.
He's also a
Whatever it
dick.
is, it's of no concern to a pirate.
If I were you, I wouldn't worry about what's normal. If things were normal, we wouldn't have found each other.
You have a point.
Yeah, there's no
Sorry
one
I
in this
couldn't
party that
help,
remotely
Eleanor.
qualifies as normal.
No, you didn't do anything wrong. But I need to keep digging until I find out more about the kind of demon Velvet is.
pretty tough.
Yeah, I've been around a long time, but I've never seen anything like it.
It must be a new species.
Incredible.
A new species is usually named after the person who discovered it. The Laphicet Rhinoceros Beetle, then?
Rhinoceros Beetle? Whoa, now, that's a stag beetle if I ever saw one.
No. Those things may look like pincers, but they're actually horns. A three-horned beetle will cause quite a stir in the bug community.
Hey, I know pincers when I see them, and those were some mighty pincers. The Laphicet stag beetle has a better ring to it, right?
What part of that sounds better?
The whole thing. Stag beetles are the strongest, after all.
I can't let that go unchallenged. The rhinoceros is the king of beetledom.
Beetledom? More like beetle dumb.
Oh! Case at all.
Rokuro, Aizen.
I feel a dangerous storm brewing.
The rhino is a one-trick pony with its horn, but a stag can cut its opponents in half. Its weapons can be used in any situation. The stag is a true swordsman.
That's petty trickery. The only beetle with the raw muscle to decide its own fate is the rhino.
But they only live for a year. The stag can survive through the winter.
They live hard and die young. Is the beauty of such a life lost on you?
Why is it that boys get so excited when they talk about bugs?
Rhinoceros, stag, or butterfly. It's all no matter to me.
They all look like cockroaches.
They're totally different!
So, what will you name it?
I think Rhinostagros for now.
Until such time as the true king of beetledom can be determined.
Oh, God, this is a walk back.
Also, I think that teleporter took us all like
Two screens.
Yeah.
Faster, yes, just not by much.
Yeah.
Yeah. And normally in the past, the teleporters
Like
had a
the
teleport
front.
right back to the entrance. Very important, though. We had to have that discussion about beetles.
Like raspberries.
And let them skip the beetle skit.
Oh, they smell tasty.
Yeah, that seems to be mandatory skits.
They lure you in with their scent, but once that flower hits your tongue, its flavor transforms into
It's a
something
death fruit
dreadful.
flower.
Yeah.
Dreadful like how?
The petals melt into a liquid thousands of times stronger than mint, and the leaves and stem taste richer than the richest beef tongue. The two flavors clash and fizz on your tongue,
beef?
and your whole body is racked with
Super
choking
powerful
pain.
mint beef?
What?
Seriously?
Minty
what
beef.
Ivory told me anyway.
It's
Concentrated
actually
minty
true.
beef.
That's exactly what it's like.
You've tasted it before, haven't you? Is there any way around it?
You can squeeze it, boil it, mix it with honey, but nothing gets rid of the taste.
Jesus, it
Try
really
being
is
so
death
sweet,
fruit.
It makes it even harder for some to swallow.
Have you taken yours?
How much
No,
lemonade
I'll
powder
have
do
it
you
once I'm
think
back
it would
on the ship
take
with
to
the pirates.
overpower the taste?
Wait.
All.
Are you the type that puts off unpleasant tasks?
Not at all. I simply cannot be the first to drink it when others are still waiting for us to deliver their doses.
You do know that you'll have to drink double the dose after you start displaying the symptoms, right?
Are you certain?
Quit being so stubborn. It'd be better if you just got it over with.
And you've taken your dose?
No, I don't need to. Having a tethered Moloch drink it is enough to absorb its effects.
But to a Moloch, it tastes...
Yes, the cuter you are, the worse it tastes. It's good to be an exorcist, eh, Eleanor? Do I have to drink it?
Of course not. I'll suffer through my own dose of Salatoma.
Oh, poo. How dull. Whew.
Oh, he vomits rings.
It's a new attack. Pulls out the end of it. It's a rombo.
It's her second mystic art.
It just keeps coming.
The Malik Vombo.
Feeling sad. Oh, let's be sure.
Or plot.
Oh no, 2 more garbage soldiers.
You think there's any
We're
chance
messing
that
with,
one in
apparently.
Moloch would launch an attack here?
His target's probably Loringen, but stay sharp just in case. He might try to break open the bug cage as a diversion.
Wanted Moloch? Loringen?
First that demon Rex Helavis, and then Eleanor betrays us? We're never gonna catch a break.
Quit whining. Cleaning up messes is our job.
Looks like our Abbey buddies are up to something.
And the bug cage. That barrier, I assume?
If so, it won't be long before they find out we broke in.
Then we should make our exit while we can.
Sneak, 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 sneak. Oh, look, another teleporter.
Yes, but you couldn't use that one earlier.
No, we had cuts.
It's the cutscene. We talk about Rhinoceros Beetle.
Well, more importantly, the cutscene. Found out. Yeah, like a wanted Malik.
You already know who the wanted Malik.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Nope, gonna turn out it's entirely a
entirely different Malik.
Yep, entirely different Malik.
Don't waste it.
Your style is really unique.
Just wait until I pull out.
Incredibly distracting to me. Whatever that ice spell you keep casting as Eleanor is, it sounds like she yells out Eisen. Tell him.
Hey, how goes it? Savid!
Shock.
Easy
Yep,
there, bro.
Axl Rose.
I don't got time to spar today.
Wait, guns?
Dateline.
Yeah.
That artifact you've got belongs to Ifried. Why do you have it?
Just picked it up off the ground somewhere.
Don't screw with me, tough guy. I have ways of making you talk.
Ha! I wonder how much pain gets you to open up.
You're the one about to be tested.
I have these holsters on my legs, but instead I'm going to phase it into my stomach.
Well, no, those holsters are for his
If I want to fight,
yo-yos.
Enjoy. Thank you.
Persona.
Oh, he actually did it.
I'd play more, but I don't want to keep old Pointybeard waiting. We'll chat some more later, with our fists.
And this gun.
Wait!
Eisen! We need to get the flowers to everyone on the ship!
You can handle
Also, he teleported off.
No, I can definitely chase him.
Back, Luffy said.
All right.
Boat.
Great.
We suck. We found a lens. Oh, yeah.
Just don't get into fucking fights on my back.
What now?
Eisen left, so. We are way fucking faster than monsters.
I can fight too!
However, when the camera
Ultimate
jerks.
by fighting weaklings.
So that.
That thing Zavid was holding? What do you think that was?
A
From
gun.
the sound of it, it seemed to belong to Ifried.
I've never seen any object or art quite like it. Maybe it's that relic Ifried brought back
Really?
from a
We have these
continent
two
across
guns?
the sea.
An art from another continent. Do you think Aizen will be alright?
That Moloch seemed to know what he was doing. I'd rather we just stayed out of his way, but
First the throne, and now here. What is Zavid after, anyway?
he was probably just making up that date business. But still, old pointy beard?
Just like Ifried. When I was talking with Benwick, he said Ifried had a pointy beard.
And only one person in the entire world can have a pointy beard.
Right.
So says the Beard Council.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
must be aware of
There you
that.
go. There you go.
And then
Zavid
he
is the
baited
wanted
Aizen
Malik.
into following him, using something that belonged to
Yes.
Aizen.
We didn't know that.
And
Yeah,
I'm
we
pretty
did.
sure
No, we
Aizen
didn't.
knew that, but he went after him all the same.
They could have been talking about, I don't know,
This can only
Lafayette.
go well, I'm sure.
Lafayette,
Bienfu.
Aizen, Slash.
It doesn't
Yes,
matter
Lafayette
either
and
way,
Bienfu, well
if
known
his
for wandering
Corsair
around and
spirit
causing
goes
trouble.
untreated. For now, let's get back to the ship.
I mean, Bienfu probably causing trouble, but not the kind of trouble they're worried about.
All right, let's go ahead and hit up the save point. Probably good. Call it.
Yep.
Check in with Bounty Boy. Money to collect.
Frenzied Wolf.
The last bounty.
Burnack Plateau. Of hit during Instacart.
Wonder when we unlock the level 2 Mystic.
All right, so probably going to call it there for today. I want to thank you all again for joining us for another Sunday afternoon Tales of Berseria stream here at Sound Goblin Gaming. We will be back. I think you're doing Monday Night Smite this week.
Yep.
So we'll be back tomorrow night with some Monday Night Smite. Tuesday with more Crab Battle. Phoenix Point. We may or may not stream next Saturday. First off, our Saturday streams moving forward are probably going to be evening streams from now on, usually probably 9 to midnight-ish, like we did yesterday. However, this coming Saturday, we actually do have an event over at a friend's house that some of us are going to, so may or may not be up for streaming after that. We'll see how that goes. But if not, we will be back here next Sunday with more Tales of Berseria. Until then, I've been Bograt.
I've been Shiv.
I've been the Krampus.
And I'm Vincent.
Alrighty, have a good one, y'all.